This weekly activity that we've been going through is just a demonstration of the various things you can do in a programming language such as Matlab. We can display calculations. We can use Matlab as a calculator. We can do random numbers. We can also do plots, which are a very powerful part of Matlab. So I'm going to put my section break in here. I'm going to do a sine wave plot because those are always fun. So we have, and I'm going to copy and paste the stuff in here from my tutorial, which is fine. You can do the same thing. So we're going to plot the function sine for 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 6. So we define the range of x values from 0 to 6, because that's our range that we're plotting. We're going to define it in increments of 1. So we have a start value of 0. Our step is going to be 0.1. Our end value is going to be 6. So this is how you would translate, I want to plot this function for this range. This is the formula that works in Matlab. And then once we know this, then we can take that and we have our formula. So we've turned this into a Matlab function or formula. So 0, 01, 6. This is stepping. Well, I think that's what it's called. Anyway, what this does is it generates an array of values. Everything in Matlab is either a vector or an array. There are no single variables. This is a vector. It's actually a single spaced array. So now we have this array of numbers, which is going to be a big, long list of numbers, of course. Now we're going to calculate the sine values for each x value. So this is a big array. Sine's going to calculate on each member of that array, which is the nice thing about Matlab. It doesn't do things one at a time. It does array math or vector math. It calculates all these numbers, which that's a lot. There's probably 600 numbers in there or something. That's probably not right. But it's going to take those 600 values, calculate the sine of each of those, store it in this array, and then it's going to plot it. Well, shall we see what it looks like? We would click Run Section, and then we get a little plot right over here. Let's take a second to show up. There it is. So we're starting at 0, and then we're incrementing with all these. Oh. Could not load text fonts. Okay, I have no idea what that means. Anyway, it worked. It did plot our sine function, because this is your standard sine function, and it's going from 0 to 6, and stops about here. Pretty cool. Anyway, you want to do a screenshot of this guy. If you're on Windows 11, you would press the print screen key, and that'll give you a little guy to kind of zoom around it. Once you've done that, you won't have to do this step because I have Snagit, and that's a different program. But once you've done that dragging around it, you can paste it into a Word document. So I would use a Word document to paste all this code and everything else that you're doing in and screenshots that I'm asking for. Create a Word document, and then you can put all that stuff in the same document. So let me create a document and show you what I mean. Let's see, we'll just create a blank document. So here it is. There's my proof of that. I can insert all the, so for instance, we want all this. So Control A will select everything from the command window. I can put that in here and paste. Oops, that didn't work, did it? Just a second. Got the same thing again. Select everything from the command window, which is going to be, oh, why doesn't that let me copy? There it is. Control C to copy, Control V to paste. Anyway, this just shows that you ran things. That's all that does. Then you'd save the document and attach it to the assignment. All right. Well, the next two are assignments, and they do take you through one step at a time. So we knew how to define a variable, right? We just type in your age. We're going to assign it your current age. We're going to create a new variable that adds 5 to your age. We're going to generate another variable. We know how to do all that because we practiced with it. We know how to do calculations. But one thing we didn't do, and there's an example here, is we didn't do how to get input from the user. Oh, well that's fun, isn't it? Look at here. The input command prints out a prompt that says enter the length of the rectangle, and you type it in, whatever the number is, and you end up with, well, the rectangle formula is pretty simple. Area equals length times width, perimeter equals 2 times length times width. And you'll end up with a little program like this. So, no, I don't want you to use AI on this. You should be able to figure this out on your own. Part of learning is figuring things out. If you have any questions, I can certainly go through it in class. Talk to you later.